Hey there, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. Right, today we're going to be doing a little bit of work in the VR headset, as promised. Thank you for all your suggestions on my previous video about the places that you would like to visit with me in VR. We're going to be going through the list of them today, or not all of the list. I might break this up into a number of different videos. But thank you for your suggestions, and we're going to be using the Oculus Rift S today. I used to have the Oculus Rift. I sold it in order to get the Oculus Rift S, and it's a lot more simple to use than the Rift. The original Rift, you had to have all these sensors, and if you even jogged one of the sensors, it would lose its positioning, and it was a bit of a faff to set up. Whereas the Oculus Rift S, it now has the little cameras inside the headset, so it's all, you know, one unit, and it's much easier to work with. Anyway, I'm going to pop the headset on. Google Earth is fired up. It's recording. So hopefully you're going to get decent sound as well. I've got the Rode Wireless Go here, assuming it's working. It didn't work last time, so otherwise you've got the onboard mic in the camera. Anyway, let's pop the headset on and let's start our journey. So click to start. All right, we've got two controllers here, and right now I am in, where are we? Kalampaka in Greece. So this never gets old. I never grow tired of this program. It's just so cool. So this is Google Earth VR. And now I think what I will do is I'm going to leave it in, or should I put it in human mode? I'm going to put it in, where is it? Fixed human scale. I'm going to put it in fixed human scale. Now you won't notice any difference with this, but for me, it's the difference between looking at a model village and looking at a real village. So for me, they mess about with the scaling somehow, so it actually feels like I'm floating in the air here looking over this village. Now, you're going to have to excuse any head movements. First of all, I'm going to do this, 1, 2, 3, and that's just so that I can match up the video footage that I'm recording on the computer to this video. Now, any slight head movements I do is going to be a bit wobbly, so what I would recommend is that you watch this on a small screen like a phone or an iPad, basically because if you watch this on a really big screen, the movements of my head might end up making you quite seasick, because the video is actually recording all the movements on my head. So hopefully that's fair warning. Right, let's go to my list. I can just peer down my, I can see the camera there. I can just peer down my nose here. So I've got a little bit of a place that I can look at my phone. Oops. Okay, so the first place is Tromso, Northern Norway, and that was suggested by A for Apple. A for Apple. That's clever. I like your name there. A for Apple, the way you spelt it. Okay, Tromso, Northern Norway. So let's type in Tromso. So let's call up the menu, which is that one, and we're going to go search TROMSO, Tromso, Norway. There we go. Never been there before. Let's check it out. So we'll just zoom out from the Earth. So Tromso looks like a little tiny island in Norway, right in the middle of two quite large land masses. Tromso, oh, it's not an island, it's just the actual name of the town. Tromsøya is either the island name or the settlement name, not sure. But let's go where it's pointing us. So Tromso, and this is as close as it'll let me go at this angle. So let's press this green button, tilt Earth down. There we go. And let's fly into Tromso. This never gets old. This, honestly, it just feels like I'm Superman. Just floating, flying down into this town. Now, I don't know anything about this town. Obviously, it's got a marina and some really big boats. There's a really big boat over there. I don't know whether that's... It just looks like some sort of a cruise ship. So here we are in Tromso. Let's just have a little fly around and see if there's anything of interest. This looks like the main high street, perhaps. So if I hold this bubble in front of me, I can just drop down in one of the streets, or the street we were flying over. So this is a high street in Tromso. So in order to tilt, I mean, I could stand up and actually look around like this, but because I'm sat down, I can just, I can drag. So I suppose I should have researched these places a little bit more before I came here, so there might be some things to look out for and some actual places to go. But what's up there? It's like a, oh, I can't go up there. But if I pull out of this bubble and float up, let's just have a general fly around and see if anything grabs our attention. So we've got a big bridge going over to the sort of mainland over there. This is definitely just an island, isn't it? So I know very little about Norway. But looks like a nice little place. Got an industrial area here. So it looks like the whole front is all industrial and ports and a harbour. So there's quite a lot of an industrial area. Let's just go up higher and see if there's anything that leaps out at me. So what I like to do in places like this is I'll just drop down into a street at random. Just any, usually residential streets are more interesting because you get a feel for the people that live there. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but if I just go to any random street, so let's just drop down into this street and get a feel for the area. So there we go, we're in Google Street View, and looks like all the houses are wooden. They've got the sort of, they're not brick built houses here, they're all that siding stuff. Let's go up this hill here. So now I'm assuming, because this is Norway, they get a lot of snow a lot. If you guys are in Norway, can you let me know? I mean, look, straight away that you can see the mountains, they're covered in snow. So you're going to have to excuse my mutterings and babbling. None of this is scripted or narrated, so I'm just, any speaking I'm doing, I'm just thinking out loud, or thinking aloud. So there are quite nice big houses here. They're all detached houses as well. All of the houses on quite nice sized plots. Don't know what was there. Obviously something been, oops, nope. My head fell out of my bubble. But nice, I mean, how would you like to live in a house along here, look, and you've got these beautiful mountains. In fact, we can fly up and have a look at one of those mountains, shall we? Shall we go and stand on one of the mountains and look down over the town? Because we can do that in Google Earth. Let's take off like Superman. Woohoo! Oh, that's quite a mountain range they got there. Let's just jump onto this edge here and land. It'll turn round. There we go, Tromso. So yeah, it's just one big island. It's mostly, there's not a lot of unpopulated area on that island, is there? But interesting stuff. Got a, what have we got down here? Got an athletic track. I wonder if I'm going to stand in the middle of this athletic track. No, there's no 360 pictures available. There's a nighttime picture. Oh, I'm in a tunnel. Okay. Right. There we go. We're on the side of the track by the looks of it. A big run-in track there. Some bleachers. What an amazing place to go and watch a sporting event. Like, you got the bleachers over there, and then you got all these mountains all the way around. What an amazing place. Got to admit, I'm quite a big fan of mountains. I mean, look at the size of that one over there. So yeah, everybody here lives in nice detached houses on quite big plots. Looks like quite a nice place to live. What's down here? Trying to figure out what that is. Looks like a, oh, I see. It's a like a basketball court. Oh, that must be a school then. That makes sense. Okay. There's a church over there. Oh, it looks like a church. It's got a churchy roof thing going on. Oh, maybe a town hall, perhaps. Looks sort of governmental. Don't know. I can't get any closer. And I probably couldn't read the language anyway. Okay. So anyway, that is Tromso. I think that's pronounced Tromso. The O has like a line through it, so it might be pronounced differently. Oh, there's a picture of it at night. Oh, that's cozy. Ah, snow, look at this. Lots of compacted snow. Oh, this is quite cozy. Ah, we were stood here earlier. That was that strange looking building. Yeah, there's something cozy about being in a town when it's snowing at night. Or when there's snow around. Very nice. Okay, so that is Tromso. What's next on the list? Let me just look at my list. Right, historical Japan historical sites. Maybe a castle or something. That's from Gail. I tell you what, I will do Japanese historical sites in a separate video because I think I could fill an entire video doing those. Philip J. Fryer suggested Mars. I'm sure there is a way of looking at Mars with VR, but I'm not sure how to do that today. I will look into that. Right, Canada. Tracy Vernon has suggested Canada. Okay, thank you for the suggestion, Tracy. I don't think I've ever been to Canada in VR. So, fasten your seatbelts. Let's take off. And we'll be flying at whatever height. Please observe no smoking signs. And I'll tell you what, let's just go into orbit. So we'll pull out of the Earth. And I think we need to go left, don't we? Left for Canada. So we'll go past Greenland. And I do believe, is that Canada there? Come on, give me some labels. Quebec, that sounds Canadian to me. Right, now Canada is really big. So where do I go in Canada? We've got Newfoundland and Labrador. Labrador City, Fairmont. We've got Septiles, Port Cartier. Let's go Fairmont. Never heard of that. Let's go and have a look. So, or Labrador City. Which is it to be? Labrador City? Well, that's very structured in its layout. Let's okay, this has not been augmented. That is just a flat photograph, so the buildings aren't popping out, so that is not really worth visiting in VR, because it's just you'll be like, what I can show you'll just be like flying over a flat photograph. If you see what I mean, the actual town itself has not been augmented into 3D. So I'm literally flying over a photograph. So let's find somewhere a little bit more augmented. Let me just do some random flying over the land. So there's obviously a big quarry thing going on here, I think. So we can come across some random place. There's a lot of water around here. Tell you what, let's point more towards civilization. Let's bring the sun up a little bit, make it a bit brighter. And oh, is that a thing? What's that? What am I looking at here? Oh, I think that's just, I don't know, it's just a blur. So right, okay, well, we've got Toronto then. Toronto in Canada, and it has been augmented. As you can see, as I move around, you can see these buildings popping out at us. Wow, that's a really strange way of looking at a skyscraper. Honestly, it looks like a cardboard model stuck out here. It's really quite bizarre. Right, let me tap my little green button, and boom, there we go. And so we've got this tower thing here. So this is Toronto. I'm going to stand on the top of the tower and look. Oh, there we go. Oh, and land on the top of the tower, and we can have a look around. So cool, they've got quite a railway system going on down there. We can have a look at the trains in a minute. So they've got an airfield over there, an airport. And it's pretty populated, lots of residential and office and industrial. Let's go and have a look down at the railway. Ready? Okay, I wonder if there's any photographs available. There we go. This is just a Google, this isn't an official Google photograph, this is just some photograph that somebody's uploaded. So stood on a railway platform here. Anything interesting going on? No, no trains or anything. The Royal York, Fairmont. So this must be some hotel type thing. Let's go and have a stand outside. or inside. There we go. That's the Royal York Hotel. I thought it was a hotel. Looks very big. So this must be the busy part of Toronto. Just going to stand in the middle of this junction here. Lots of people. Some people spotted the Google car and are waving. Cool. Right, let's move along a little bit. Moving along. This is so cool though. Oh, there's somebody doing got a camera and a microphone and obviously filming something. But this is such a cool way of visiting places without actually leaving your living room or your house. Huge skyscraper there. Again, I don't know anything about these places. I'm just kind of being a bit of a dumb tourist, just wandering around, taking in the sights. But obviously this is, oops, this is kind of like the main bit of Toronto, I'm guessing. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. It's a busy city. Let's see if anything grabs my attention. There's an old church down there with a nice big park next to it. I'm going to have a look at that. Oh, stood in the doorway. Oh, this is a one-off photo. No connected photos nearby. Okay. So I just move around a bit, other photos might become available. I was going to look in the park, wasn't I? I have to fly over here. There we go. There's probably some photograph. Oh, there's a picture inside the church. So, or is it a cathedral? Might be a cathedral. I don't know what the difference is actually between a church and a cathedral. It's rather grand for a church. So, any pictures in the park? There's one of it from the road. Nice day. Ah, there we go, we're in the park. And I think their fountains run out of water. So let's do our usual thing and just go and drop down into some random street, just anywhere. Just going to aim for just a random street, just to get a feel for what it's like to live there. But yeah, brick built. This looks like a nice, very well kept area. Look at it, very clean. So some people live in bungalows. A lot of bungalows here. Maybe this is a retirement area. I know the older folks like to go for the bungalows because they haven't got the stairs. But nice big plots again. Well, nice big plots compared to what you get in the UK here. Anything? Could go and have a look at this Canada's Wonderland while we're here. Oh, there's a baseball field, 2 of them. Or a diamond. It's going to stand on the baseball field. Nope. Some nice houses here. Where were we going to go? We were going to go to, there it is, Canada's Wonderland. Nice big lake there. See if there's any photographs. No, it's just road. Watch out for the building, Rick. Ah! Lots of lorry trailers. This must be a power station, I think. Lots of pylons. They get augmented a little bit weirdly. Another really big car park with a bunch of railway lines here. Freight. So this must be a big industrial area, I'm assuming. No photographs available. Oh, got photographs here. Alright, so this is just a big industrial area. Okay, right, heading to Canada's Wonderland still. Flying low over the buildings. This is amazing, it gives you such a sensation of being in flight. It's like, ah! Watch out for the trees, watch out for the building, ah! Honestly, you feel like you're flying like Superman. It's really quite cool. There's a whole bunch of coaches here. Oh, hello, we're in somebody's office there. We're in somebody's, oh, this looks like a kids' playgroup thing. A crash. It's always good to keep an eye on the bubble, because if anybody's uploaded any photographs, they'll appear in the bubble. Alright, let's fly between these buildings. There's a Mercedes dealership. I bet you they've got some photos. Yeah. So we can stand in the Mercedes dealership and look at some cool cars. And some bespoke alloys. Sorry. Right, so this is obviously a theme fun park thing. You've got crazily big roller coasters. Alright, so now's the time to keep an eye on the bubble and see if we can get ourselves a picture in the theme park. It's quite a high roller coaster. It's going to stand on the top. I'd imagine if you're in a roller coaster car, there's quite a good view from up here. Right, so here we are in the theme park. There's the roller coaster. Behemoth. I don't know what that represents or whatever. Just queues everywhere. Looks like the Google cameraman has walked around here because these photographs are linked together, so you can actually wander around. Little fountain. So it's got a bit of a slightly Disney-esque feel to it, but I've wandered around Disney as well. It's not quite as good as Disney, I don't think. But Anyway, I'm just going to check, make sure my camera's still... Yes, it is. It's still rolling. And we're on 36 minutes. So I think I'll visit one more place and then we'll call it quits or call it a day in this video, because obviously this is otherwise going to be a really long video. Let's just have a quick look at a residential area and these little baby McMansions. Yeah, see, you guys in over the pond, whether you're in Canada or in the States, you have some really nice houses. And they're sort of, I'd imagine they're affordable to the average Joe. And if you want a house like that over in this country, you have to be practically a millionaire. So there's some really nice houses. I mean, look, you've got a house there with a room with 1, 2, 3, 4 different windows in 4 different aspects. How cool is that? I might be wrong on that. These might be really expensive houses, I don't know. But just picking out places at random, all the houses just seem... I mean, to start with, straight away, they're all detached. Even the ones close together, they're all detached. Which you have to pay a premium for. In the UK, if you want a detached house, you have to pay quite a premium for it. Everywhere you go, look, just dropping in somewhere at random. And that's some really nice houses. Wow. I mean, that's just like a dream house. If you had a place like that in the UK, you're looking at £1 million. That's, I don't know what's that, it's about $14 million, $1.4 million. I think. I don't know. It's quite possible I don't know what I'm talking about and I've just made all this up, but I am impressed with the houses you get over there. Right, let's find another place. Let's go to another suggestion. Putsborough Sands, Devon. And that was suggested by RG809W. Thank you for the suggestion. Putsborough, P-U-T-S, Borough. P-U-T-S, Borough. Okay. So let's see if it's there. P-U-T-S-B-O-R-O-U. Putsborough Beach. Is that right? Croyd. It says Devon. Croyd, is Croyd Devon? I don't know. Putsborough Croyd. You said Putsborough Sands, didn't you? Putsborough Beach. Well, maybe that'll take us somewhere close. Okay, Putsborough Beach. There we go. I'm presuming that's the same as Putsborough Sands. So it's a big beach. Let's just get an indication of where we are in the UK. So it's near Woolacombe. Okay, so we're looking at North Devon. So you got, this is Cornwall, this is Devon. So this is a British beach, clearly going to be a holiday destination. You've got a caravan park here. Let's take a scoot along the beach. There's a photo of a dog on the beach. Oh, it's one of those photographs that's been patched together. If I go backwards, actually, I saw another photo there. Oh, again, it's just a patchwork. See, this would be a great place to bring the camper. So you park here. Obviously, you got touring caravans. I think, are they tourers or are they statics? They look like tourers. They're not boxy enough to be statics, but what a great place to take a holiday. Look, right on the beach. Ooh, I might have to mark this on my map to come here. That'd be cool. Right, let's take a little fly along the beach. There's the dog on the beach. There's lots of beach pictures, and let's aim for the town. So this is, I presume this is Woolacombe, yeah. So, plenty of parking, which is good. I'm actually looking at this, sussing it out with a view to actually coming here. That would be cool. And looks like the car park will accommodate camper vans as well. That's good. Or motorhomes. Quite often now, I mean, like places like Swanage, you can't park on the front with the cars. They don't like it if you've got a van. Looks like this place, I mean, you've got to see several vans here. So good. And that's a nice big beach. So you get a really nice day. Turn up here early in the morning with the bodyboards. Could be a really cool place to visit. I think I have been here. I seem to recall this road. I think I actually parked along this road. If I remember rightly, there's a pub down the bottom here, and it does really nice food. Yeah, that could be it. Or the restaurant. Cool. So look, read the sign. Esplanade Car Park. Welcome to Woolacombe's award-winning beach. There we go. I might have to check this place out. I have to come here in the van. So, there we go. That's Woolacombe and Putsborough Sand. I'm presuming Putsborough Beach is still... the suggestion was Putsborough Sands. It says here Sands. So, cool. You can hire a surfboard. And your typical English seaside town shop with your buckets and spades and and your deck chairs and your windbreaks and all the paraphernalia that goes with it. Right, there we go. So that's Woolacombe Beach. Let's just pull out from here. Oh, I saw a little sign there. What did that say? Oh, Gruntier Beach. Well, that's a tiny little beach, isn't it? So there we go. So we're ending our trip today in North Devon. Oh, let's just take that off. Oh, I've probably got VR hair now. So there we go. That was, I think that's long enough. Hopefully you haven't got too seasick with all me wobbling around. And hopefully this has turned out. It's still recording there. It's still recording there. So hopefully this will be an actual video. So please do feel free to let me know in the notes below if you like this sort of video, if it's your cup of tea or not, or whether I should just not bother in the future. But otherwise, if you've got any suggestions of where you want me to visit in future videos, again, let me know in the notes below. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.